What happened to your best friend who took acid a lot? My best friend in high school was a super smart guy. He was in all the advanced classes and had a bright future ahead of him. However, he started hanging out with the wrong crowd and got into drugs. He started with weed, then moved on to harder stuff like acid and shrooms. He would trip almost every weekend and even during school sometimes. I remember one time he came to school high on acid and was acting really weird. He kept saying he was seeing things and couldn't focus on anything. I tried to help him, but he just laughed it off and said he was fine. Eventually, he dropped out of school and stopped coming around. I heard he was living with some druggies and was always high. I tried to reach out to him, but he didn't want anything to do with me. A few years later, I heard he was in a mental institution. Apparently, he had a bad trip and lost his mind. He was diagnosed with schizophrenia and was in and out of the hospital for a while. I went to visit him once and it broke my heart. He was a shell of his former self. He didn't recognize me and kept talking to himself. I tried to talk to him, but he just stared off into space. I left in tears. A few months later, I heard he had taken his own life. I was devastated. He was such a bright and talented guy, but drugs ruined his life. I still think about him sometimes and wonder what could have been.